Today we're going to go from CSM to TinkerCAD, and we're going to make sure that we have an STL file by the end of this that we can send it to the printer. So go ahead and go to monday.com. You're going to go to CSM first. That's where you're going to start because that's where you left your design. If you are deciding at this point, I'm just going to go straight to TinkerCAD. You can go to TinkerCAD directly if you're designing in TinkerCAD. So let me show you what's going to happen. You'll know that you have the correct 3D mesh model, and I see several of you do, when you have this little cube in the corner of your icon. So these are all the ones from our class. So great job to everyone who uploaded. I actually am going to continue with my planter model from yesterday. You can give feedback, like it'll ask you how the mesh is. This is actually very similar to how a ceramic planter looks. So I'm just going to give them feedback because we did meet with one of the software engineers for this program, and they are a small team. They are actually like learning and getting feedback from us, so it's kind of good to give them feedback. And the next thing you want to do is you want to download it. I would download it as an OBJ file because that's what we did in previous iterations. You're welcome to download it as an STL. TinkerCAD can read both. So go ahead and click on OBJ. I've actually already downloaded it, so I'm not going to do it again. Then you can go ahead to TinkerCAD. In TinkerCAD, you can then go to the Create under 3D Designs. You're going to choose 3D Design. And then the first thing you're going to do is rename. So I would rename this Planter Nina. You actually already have a design in there that is that says your name like this when we did our practice. So anything to denote or that this is the file you're going to be working on, and go ahead and click on Import. When you choose your file, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Downloads folder and choose the OBJ file. Remember that you don't want anything longer than 75 millimeters, and also just note here, like 89 millimeters is really tiny, so just 75 there. You click enter in the box, hey, and then you can basically import the design as 75 millimeters. After you have uploaded the design, you're going to want to take a look at whether or not the shape is hollowed out. So basically have the shape, you're going to experiment with the different kinds of geometric shapes here. This is also the point that if you're designing in TinkerCAD, you can use the multiple different shapes that are here. So some of you were not having fun with TinkerCAD, and that's fine. With a CSM. So if you want to try to play around with any of these, that's fine. Just remember, your goal is a hollow planter. Kind of zooming out here, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have it in the orientation that you want. Let's see, I think I want it, okay, that is not how I want it. I want it standing up, so I'm going to try to find the orientation that gets me there. There we go. And then you can always kind of check on the front view. So we're going to do something very similar to what we did with our previous iteration, where we have to essentially make sure that our planter has a hole, particularly for water drainage. So as you can see, one nice thing about designing in CSM is I was able to tell it to make it hollow. But if you're not making it, in CSM and you're using one of the preset designs here, just be sure to choose kind of the best shape you can to hollow it out. I'm going to choose a cylinder just to make my little hole here. Again, if you decided that you wanted to make multiple holes, you're allowed to as well. What I would do just for ease of like vision and sight to see is I would just make it as tall as your object. If you make it as tall as your object, when you shrink it, it will stick out the front and the top. I'm going to go to top view again because I always make a wonky one. But that way, when you merge it into the object, you can kind of see and make sure that the hole is in the center and that it's piercing through the entire pot. This is not exactly circular. I'm going to see if I can get it. I'm still struggling, as you can see, with TinkerCAD. So we're in this definitely together. All right, let's see. Maybe that's the smallest I can get it. All right, I'm gonna say that's circular enough, and then you could take the whole image and put it somewhat centrally for a drainage hole. As you can see, my object is actually floating a little bit above the plane, so you can always use this sunken place bit here. Actually, make sure you're clicked on the right object. So I'm gonna click on this object and kind of just make sure it's set down on the plane. You'll know it's set down on the plane when it says 0, 0. And I think we should be set with this guy as well, but I might also sync this just a little. It's actually at -1, so I definitely know that it goes through. And then the last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to merge. So tie everything together and go to Union, Shapes. If you click out of the box, oh, I think I may have frozen my computer. All right, Control Z because I moved it around. You'll know you were successful if you have a hole. I can't, oh, there we go. A tiny little hole in the middle, and I think I'm gonna call it good. And then all you would do is you would export this as an STL file because now you're ready to print. You can go ahead and download this file to your computer, or if you want to be super ambitious and get to the next step, you can actually go ahead to Digital Factory and you can actually add this to our library. So I found that if we add these files to our library, then we don't have to use the USB, and we can kind of actually directly log into our machine. So let's see what that's going to look like. All right, that took a really long time. So we're going to go to the prepare. And remember, this is the platform we're really familiar with. We've used it once before. We're going to import the file, not from our library. We're going to upload it from our computer. So upload. Here's the planter final. Remember, we want the STL file. We're going to upload that. And a few things to note. So we're now going to really want to think about how this is being printed. It says right off the bat, it's not watertight, that's fine, but it does say unsupported overhangs, which is not fine. So one thing you may want to do is you may actually want to flip, because I'm thinking about all the scaffolding that will be needed on the side of here. So I may actually flip this around. Let's see if we can get fully around here. And see if we'll still need some supports, but it might actually be worth, there'll be a little less scaffolding because it's being built up in this area. Now it says model in restricted area. I'm not sure what that means. And we'll still need a little bit of supports, but not as many, because the only things that are unsupported up here are these legs that are sticking out. So remember, you can go to settings, and if you scroll down, most of this you'll keep the same. A fun little thing is you can actually choose the different kinds of infill patterns, but this will be mainly hollow. This is kind of just like a little Easter egg because no one's going to know what's on the inside except for you. But you definitely want to generate support. It says generate support structures to support parts of the model. I want to turn that on. I'm going to find out what's going on with, okay. So I'm seeing that this is slightly off kilter. I think that's why it's telling me. So to the best of my ability, I'm gonna kind of get it flat. I don't know why this happens. Model, okay. I'm at this point going off script because I'm not really sure what's going on here. But it definitely is rotated in a funny fashion. But anyway, while I work on this, I would encourage you to get to this stage and say that it was ready. Well, you can go ahead and slice it. And then I'm going to create a folder in this library here that will be, it will be called Planter. So I think we can get rid of this. And I'll create a new project called Planter. And you can add it directly to the library with your name, and we can print directly from this folder. So good luck. I'm going to go back here and try to figure out what I did wrong.